Welcome to lecture 6 of model 1. So in the last class we started solving the DFT problems. So we'll take up 2 or 3 problems more. Next example, find the DFT of following sequence for n equal to 4 and n equal to 8. So this is 4-point DFT, this is 8-point DFT. Okay, given sequence is x of n equal to cos of n pi by 4 for n equal to, this is a given example, for n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. So for this you have to find out 4-point DFT and the 8-point DFT. So the sequence length will be 4 only. So let me find first what is x of 0. So wherever n is there, you write it as 0 cos 0 into pi by 4. So this will be 1. So this is n. For n equal to 1, you will get 0.707. For n equal to 2, you will get 0. For n equal to 3, you will get minus 0.707. The sequence is, alright, 1.070 minus 0.707. Length is 4. So as a standard procedure, I use x of k equal to w4 into x of 4. W4 matrix we have already generated. Let me write it down. 1, 1, 1, 1 minus j minus 1 j minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 j minus 1 minus j. This is W4. Multiply it with 1.707, 0 minus 0.707. The resulting answer is 1. I'll write it here. 1, 1 minus j, 1.414, 1.1 plus j, 1.414. Then if they ask for the magnitude and phase, separate out the xk of real and xk of imaginary and do the same thing what you have done in the earlier case. So similarly for the n equal to 8, you take this as an example. For n equal to 8, the sequence becomes x of n equal to 1.707, 0 minus 0.707, appended by the 4 zeros. Then this matrix becomes W8 matrix followed by the x of length 8. Okay, so that you take it as a homework. Next example, I will take a simple case x of n equal to 1 for n is between 0 and 2. So totally n ranges from 0, 1, 2. Less than or equal to is there. So it goes up to 3. Okay. 0 less than or equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, once again. Let me check it out. 0, 1, 2 you get it, and 0 otherwise. So x of n value is 1 between this range and 0 otherwise. So find 4-point DFT and 8-point DFT. So what is the sequence? N equal to x of n equal to 1, 1, 1 for 3 cases, that is 0. That is for the 4-point. And the same x of n will be 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll directly write the answer for this x of k for n equal to 4. And x of k value comes out to be, that is a magnitude part, 3, 1, 1, 1. So how you have done this one? W4 multiplied by the x of n. You get this answer. Similarly, x of k for n equal to 8, its magnitude comes out to be 3, 2.41, 1.414, 1.414, 1, 2.414. You have the different values for the different n. If I try to plot this magnitude, the first value is 3. Next is 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3. Magnitude is 1, 1, 1. And whereas for this one, first value is 3. Next is 2.41 somewhere here. Then comes 1. Then comes 0.4, 0.4, 1, 4, 1, 2.41. This is 1 at the same distance. They all are separated by the same distance. 1, once again, 0.414, then comes 1, then comes 2.41. This is k, this is k. See, if I join all the points, it looks like something like this, a decaying curve. So for n equal to 4, it looks like a exponentially decaying one. Whereas for the n equal to 8, it's not a continuously decaying one, it's something like this. It goes. Okay. So here you have the more samples. More samples means n is large, n is small. So as the n increases, the accuracy also increases. So you get the clear picture of this one. See here, 3 is there. This is missing in this part. This is missing in the. This one is missing here. 1 is there. Then this is missing somewhere here. 1 is there. This is missing. Then 1 is there. Last one is also missing. So if you go for the n equal to 16, you'll get a better waveform. You can analyze it for the better. So as n increases, the accuracy also increases. So depending on the application, you have to they will decide whether n should be small or n should be large. So till now we have done the DFT part. Now we'll find out inverse discrete Fourier transform. So for the DFT, what is the formula? X of k equal to Wn multiplied by x of n. For IDFT, so you will get back the x of n on the left side. frequency domain. This is the time domain to frequency domain. So on the right side you have 1 by n. Now this becomes complex conjugate because both the formulas are different. Please check it out. Multiplied by x of k. Right. So given the sequence x of k, capital X of k I am writing, which is equal to 2, 1 plus j, 0, 1 minus j. Find IDFT. Right. So now you have to generate this Wn. Since I have the Wn already generated, you can check it out here. So here, can you see? Okay. This is a W4. Now I have to generate the W4 complex conjugate. The complex conjugate of 1 is 1 only, that is 1 plus j0 is, or 1 minus j0, both mean the same. Whereas this becomes plus j. Because here it is plus, minus j is a plus j. This is minus 1. This becomes minus j. This is minus 1, 1, minus 1. Plus j becomes minus j because minus j is a complex conjugate of plus j. Minus 1, minus j is there. This becomes plus j. This you multiply with the given sequence, DFT sequence. 1 plus j, 0, 1 minus j. So after this cross multiplication, you will get the answer as 1, 0, 0, 1. This is your sequence x of n. So they will give you the sequence. They may ask you to find the IDFT. If the sequence of length 4 is there, you have to find the 4. If the sequence length is 5, then you find the 5-point DFT, 6-point DFT, or 7-point DFT. If they are given the sequence of length 4 or 5 or 6 and asked to find the 8-point DFT, then accordingly you have to append zeros. If the length is 4, append with the 4 zeros. Length is 5, append with 3 zeros. Length is 6, append with the 2 zeros. If the length is 7, then append with the 1 zero to make it 8. We'll start with the properties of DFT. First property is periodicity. It is periodic. That is, if x of n makes a DFT pair with x of k, then x of k plus n, this is capital X, k is there. Capital X, k plus n is a periodicity, makes a pair with x of k. So that is whether it is x of k plus n or 2n, it is same as a x of k only. Or it may be 3n, 4n, 5n, it continues. We'll start with the basic equation. This is IDFT is given by, so in the last case, this is 1 by n is there, here you have to write 1 by n is 4. This part is missing. Okay, x of k equal to, this 1 by n is just a multiplication factor. So I will leave that one, n equal to 0 to n minus 1, x of n, w n raised to kn is a basic expression because they wanted you to prove this one. Then periodicity means for this k, n is added, k plus n. You have to prove that x of k plus n equal to x of k only. So wherever k is there, add n. Here k is there, add n. This n as it is. Summation x of n, I will separate it out. wn raised to kn, wn raised to n into n. What is this part? wn? wn is e to the power of minus j 2 pi by n. Multiplication factor is n into n. This and this goes. Okay, then e to the power of minus 2 pi is 1, multiples of 2 pi, because n is an integer. So this value is always 1. So as a result, this will be x of n, wn raised to kn, n equal to 0 to n minus 1. So these two are same. So hence proved. This implies x of k equal to x of k plus n. Second one is linearity property. If x1 of n makes a DFT pair with x1 of k and x2 of n makes a DFT pair with x2 of k, then a1 x1 n plus a2 x2 n, you have to prove that this is equal to a1 capital X1 of k plus a2 capital X2 of k. So start with the basic expression n minus 1 x of n wn raised to kn. Okay, now this is the given xn. If the input is this one, then its DFT should be like this. So this x of n, I will replace it by this one. a1 x1 n plus a2 x2 n, this one as it is, kn. Then multiply a1 x1 n wn raised to kn plus a2 x2 n wn raised to kn. You can also write this as, separate the summation, x1 n wn raised to kn plus summation a2 x2 n wn raised to kn. So what is this one? This is a DFT of x1 of k, IDFT. x1 is the input, a1 is the constant, a1 I will take it out. So this will be a1 x1. Okay, this a2 outside I will take it, and the rest of the terms becomes the x2 of k plus a2 x2 of k. So this is proved. So this is the end of lecture 6.